All right, welcome back, everyone, to another deep dive. This time, we're looking back, 5 years back. It's been
Mm.
5 years since the lockdowns. And, well, we've got this really fascinating piece called Lockdown Thoughts 5 Years On to kind of, spark our conversation today. I'm very curious to get your take on this.
Yeah, it's a really insightful piece. The way the author weaves in their personal experiences, it just makes you think about like how we all reacted back then.
For sure. And right off the bat, they're predicting lockdowns will be back, even suggesting a European war could be the trigger. That's pretty out there, don't you think?
Well, it is a pretty bold prediction, that's for sure. But it kind of makes you wonder why that idea, even 5 years later, still kind of sticks with people. Is it just like this fear of history repeating itself? Or maybe like a feeling that we didn't actually deal with whatever caused it all in the first place?
Yeah, that's a good point. And it's interesting, like the author keeps coming back to these idiotic signs, as they call them, all those empty spaces, like the Radcliffe camera. They really seem fixated on all the visuals from that time.
It's funny thinking about it now, like from a broader perspective, it really shows you how powerful those images can be, especially during times of crisis. I mean, those signs, those images, they were everywhere. They were meant to give us information, sure, but
Mhm.
also to kind of make us change our behavior. And the author clearly felt, I don't know, maybe overwhelmed by it all, almost like manipulated.
Oh, totally. They even call them like insulting orders and low-grade scare propaganda.
Yeah.
They even took a picture of, get this, a railway locomotive with like a face mask painted on its snout.
Exactly. I mean, whether you agree with the author or not, you got to admit those images, they definitely left a mark. It really makes you think, though, were they effective? Or did they end up having the opposite effect, creating more resentment and distrust? It's what the author seems to be suggesting.
Right. Right. And the economic fallout, too. The author really goes after that. The
Yeah.
squandering of wealth, all the job losses,
Yeah.
businesses closing down. But it's not just the rules themselves, right? It's the hypocrisy that really seems to get to them.
Oh, yeah. Like they seem particularly bothered by those parties in Downing Street, using it as this example of like how the people in charge, the elites, they were breaking the very rules that they forced on everyone else. It all goes back to like fairness and accountability, right?
Yeah.
Even in a crisis, there's this sense that those in power, they just play by a different set of rules.
Exactly. And on that note, the author tells this story about wearing a gas mask, to poke fun at the mask mandates. And, well, as you might imagine, it didn't go over too well.
Yeah. I mean, that just paints such a vivid picture of like how tense things were back then. Even something the author meant as a joke, it was met with real hostility. It makes you wonder, where do we draw the line between individual freedom and, well, and the responsibility we have to each other during those extraordinary times?
Yeah, that's a tough one. And get this, fast forward to today. The author posts those same pictures on Twitter, and they're getting the same kind of backlash. The piece ends with this really chilling line: "We have learned nothing. Something of the kind will happen again soon."
It's definitely a statement that makes you think. It challenges us to really consider, like, what, if anything, we learned from all of this? Are we any better prepared to handle a crisis now? Have we figured out a better balance between individual freedom and public health?
Or are we just going to make the same mistakes all over again?
Yeah.
It's a question that really sticks with you after reading this, that's for sure.
One thing that really stands out to me is like the way the author focuses on those individual experiences, even though it's just one person's perspective, it still gives you this glimpse into what was going on socially and politically back then.
It's like a reminder that even the little things, like, a sign, an empty landmark, and gas mask, they can hold so much meaning, you know? And they can reveal so much about ourselves and the world we live in. And for all of you listening, maybe this deep dive will give you a chance to think about your own experiences during that time and how they've shaped your views on all of this.
Absolutely. It's definitely something worth reflecting on.
Until next time, keep diving.
Keep diving deep.